Bro, you did a good one. It's a very well. Thank you very much, sir. Good response. Yeah, you know, Mama, what I do guys do? The response is in there. In order. It is a tradition that this place should be open at all times by this period. Yes. So nobody should tell you that if you want to say barrier, sir, if you want to say barrier up and down, no, it's open to you. I remember this. Oh, let's. Remember that. Mama, you can wait. Last time, what did I tell you? Now, pass the boy. Like, why can't I correct? So, Papa, that's the boy. Let's. I'm about to go. Let's see the boy. Let's see the boy. Not till Emmanuel comes back. What the title? Wait, who are you now? Oh, that's what the title. And the word profit and the talk. I want to watch you. Because the one they got to see the one up. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. One will not see the how far? I never seen the title. We can pardon you. No, the government can correct immediately. Exactly. Not the correction immediately. Thank you. With apologies. Is it good? No,
before Warisenibo died, Fubara, the spokesman of Fubarakworo House. Nobody do that. Heavily led by Amu. Sir? Anna. Okay, no problem. We'll interpret. So, you can what to do. I want to use the opportunity to welcome everyone, friends and brothers, there for this occasion. The investiture of our brother and son, Warisenibo elect Shedrack Fubara. That is why the elders are deemed it fit and necessary to bring him to the table to sit down here with the elders in council. So I gave us much of our time. I don't know about and then I'll go back immediately. So without wasting that time, Warisenibo elect Shedrack, can you please stand up? I know you examine very properly. Put up. I'm not sure about more Obrayon overnight because you all have I always talk about the ball. Mama will be okay, fine. He's properly kitted. So right now, stage 2. The most senior one of the senior Warisenibo, led by Warisenibo Ato Strongface. As the elderly Maria, Chairman Mele appoints. So first of all, they go take my baga. Let's say one bottle of hot. Jiaga. We give like we are about tomorrow. Actually, we are going. You get 3 and issue. You are seeing now. Actually, we follow and 2. Before the Tea and issues I lady. No. Bring the drink out. No, don't worry, sir. Protocol. It's not, sir. It's not. You're free.
Spokesman, I present Warisenibo, Shedrack, Emmanuel, Fubara. So you are. Chairman, I can do the
Chairman, he got many ideas. Now later on, let it finish. Yes.
So, first say the house. Oath of allegiance. So, you repeat after me. Oath of allegiance for office holder and new members of Senapo Council of Polo, Opobo Kingdom. So, I,
Shedrack Vivian Fubara,
do solemnly swear that I will be faithful, loyal to the chiefs, and the two war canoe houses in Fubarakworo Polo, Chief House Strong Face, and Chief Yellow Strong Face, war canoe houses. That as Warisenibo of the house, stroke member of the Senapo Council, I will serve to the best of my ability, and without fear or favor, and that my official functions or conduct will not be influenced by my personal interests, and that in all circumstances I will discharge the duties of my office stroke membership of the Warisenibo Council with humility and dedication in accordance with the Constitution of Fubarakworo Polo. So help me God. Position here. What is it for?
Do the two copies, take one, keep one.
Yeah.
One.
Okay, well, same thing under here.
From today, no more boxer. Boxer, then I got you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You're welcome. Okay, can I have them back below from the chairman? Okay. Yes, I'm on there. Amina. Davala.
Congratulations.
Okay, oh, it's small. So how are your at this juncture, please. I can draw small. I go to maybe 1 or 2 people with advice, admonition to give. So the floor is open. So the Warisenibo, I mean Singapore Council.
Right. Personally, I'm happy that today we have fulfilled what we started about more than a year ago. If you remember, or if you investigate, you find that we rarely make our brothers in diaspora Senebo of this house. Secondly, our house is such a tight-knitted family. If you check, we are not more than 12 or so that are Senebo of this. It's not because there are no people competent or capable. It's because that is how what we have. We work with the people that are willing to work with the house and grow with the house. So personally, I'm happy that at the end of the day, we are one of us. And deservedly so. My advice to you is, you have to always be in tune with us. A lot of people we see here have scars of battle concerning this community. People have fought, right? Battles have been won by people we see here, plenty of them. So, advice is do not, for whatever reason, forget us. Whichever way you think you can help this community, help us. There's a drum or music playing outside. They want somebody or the answer I want to honor one of their own. We want to always remember you with fulfillment, remember you with happiness that this is one of us. You are now part of the family and we welcome you wholeheartedly and we pray to God that He will give you the wisdom to enable you help the house to develop. We are few, but we always win our battles when we are together. So remember that always. And finally, I want to congratulate you for a well-deserved honor. Thank you.
Any other one? Okay, sir. Round up, sir.
I thank you for being able to bear slowness. I apologize for some of the delays caused by us. For that being the case, the job of Senebo, the resident job, is the job of an elder. But you are automatically very old now. And every child on the street now sees you as an old man. So you must behave that way. You must be directing people on how to think and how to behave. So your job is enormous. You are a grandfather to many children. And if there's anything that has to be done, you carry it on your head. Some of us have carried some of it single-handed. And the method by which you carry it is not something you will complain about. You carry it and go to assist you to replenish your pocket. So the progress of this house now, from the time we joined, will be recorded with you in front. So you'll be able to check and this is what has happened during this period of your life. So I wish you well in all the ways. Congrats again.
Thank you very much.
I most sincerely want to thank you for this privilege given to me to be here, and also for the privilege given to your son. I recall back, I think I was a witness to his being interviewed on this table of Fubara. And I give thanks to God Almighty that I'm also living to witness his investiture. It is my prayer that God, who have made you to call into this service, is a great service. It's not the issue of who carrying walking stick or answering anymore. It calls for duty. That the God who have called into this service of glory, and I am believing that you tenaciously hold to this position in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Henceforth, what I can meet him, take some guy. I want to hear him, you can come closer to the chairman. He can from today, Master, he can be a spokesman, chief provost of this house, advisor. They can have whom I am, whom I am, and you are found in now. Thank you, sir. So, we are free to run and tell your business.
Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of my family, my wife and I, my children, and my immediate family, I want to say wholeheartedly that I'm grateful for this day. I want to appreciate the Shedrack Council of Fubarakworo for the honor that you bestowed on me. The call to service is no doubt a great call, and this call I have answered. I've answered with utmost sincerity. I've answered with utmost commitment to the progress of this community. When Namuku was admonishing me, he did say, I'm in the diaspora. But that's true, I'm in the diaspora, but I'm home. My spirit, my body, my spirit is here every second of the day. Whether I'm here physically or not, I want to reassure this council of Fubarakworo, and I'm with you all, and I will remain with you till Jesus returns. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Isn't that done? Tell you something. No, tell you something. When you don't have
Oh,
Warisenibo Shedrack Emmanuel Fubarakworo.
My name is Warisenibo Fubara. Actually, we did an investiture of Warisenibo to one of our son and brother, Warisenibo Shedrack Emmanuel Fubara. So that is what actually we did today, and it has been done. Today has been confirmed as a Warisenibo of Iloma Fubarakworo Elders Council, and also Warisenibo of Opobo town in general. Warisenibo means house elder. He's the head of that family. Yes, that is the meaning of Warisenibo. Oh, I feel very happy and humble because the young man has actually worked hard. Even if, as our son who is in diaspora, always you see him come to Iloma, come to the village. Even when he cannot come, he sends his advice and contribution, either in words or cash. Sometimes he comes physically to help the community grow. He has been supportive to this community, so that is why the elders have seen it fit to honor him in this way. I would advise him to keep on the good work he has been doing, and above all, try to continue with that spirit, that home spirit. Because if you don't have home spirit, you will not care what is happening in your house or what's happening in your village or in your community. Wherever you are, you must have that home spirit to make sure you come and build and help others to build this community to the greater heights.
So God to don't do one for you. That was easy,
This is not a local cinema, this is a cinema that's international. America will hear of this investiture. and Canada here on this investiture. Because the culture of the people, the culture of River States, will be shown to the world. Welcome, Senator and Mrs. Shedrack Vivian Fubara. Ladies and gentlemen, and his team, selected a member of the senior faculty of this house. And Mrs. Emmanuel, Shedrack Fubara. Senator and Mrs. Shedrack Emmanuel Fubara. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciating the presence of the God. Your induction into this Council Council brings a new look, a new breeze of life. Because you are going to add color, you are going to add splendor, you are going to add beauty to the Singapore Council of this house. All the guys, the young men who are here and the young women. Because wherever you are, you can comfortable. Because I'm told that we have a lot for us to relax and live a nice Please, I don't want to waste too much time because you know, we're already in the first season. I'm going to run the time because I'm going to back, Opobo will send up a cross to back to the other side. Something let us say the opening prayer for this event. Sorry, I'm not for the evening.
Let us pray. Father Almighty, we just want to appreciate this hour because today is the day you have made, and it shall be in this manner. We return all thanks and praises unto you in the name of Jesus Christ. Lord, we ask your Holy Spirit to come and take absolute control of the arena. Whatever we're going to do here, that it shall be unto your glory. At the end, that glory and honor shall be ascribed unto you, the only wise God. Forever we have prayed in Jesus' name.
Amen. Please put your hands together for that wonderful prayers. DJ, please hold it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we would like to welcome you to this epoch-making occasion. This program, Jandet program, but this is a Jandet Senebo because he will be doing Jandet things in Opobo. Please put your hands together for him. Apart from receiving the newest Senebo in this walk-in house, and I believe no other walk-in house is inducting anybody today. So, Senebo Shedrack Emmanuel Fubara is the latest Senebo as far as Opobo is concerned. Please put your hands together for him. It's not easy. Then he comment when they make for inside the Agola, they say they need to give people in diaspora Senebo because some of them they answer Senebo for that side. But they looked at him and they saw the pedigree, the capability and the ability in him, invested with that responsibility. He had been coming home and he has also been making sure that the people around are benefiting from the breeze that is touching him over there. Persons who before now cannot go beyond a certain level in academics are given the platform to excel. I believe that if this is done in every other community in the next few years, we will not be talking about touting and courtism in Opobo because anybody who is properly educated wouldn't want to join some of the things that is happening. So we want to appreciate Senebo Shedrack Emmanuel for thinking in this line. Under that, we have provide skill acquisition and capacity building. Understand what all this means. If you look at the program, you read it and you understand that the person we are talking about is a man with a large heart. Because I remember what Odili said sometime. During the panel of screening, they asked him, they say you would share money too much. Now because he be governor. He said no, it's not because he's a governor. That giving is not a thing of the pocket, but it's a thing of the mind. There are several persons who are over there who might even have more resources than himself, but they don't think of coming home to touch lives. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a rare gem, and we need to appreciate him. A lot of things, medical, education, empowerment, capacity building are all included in this program. I know that it is rare and it's not usual for us to see such a thing in this town. So we need to grab it with two hands, and I also want to commend or call on the youths of this community to please don't let this thing drop on the ground. Make sure you harness everything that is coming from this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we don't want to be wasting too much time. We've said the opening prayers, the guests are seated. We want to make welcome the chairman of the board of trustee of Shedrack and Vivian Fubara Foundation to come and tell us exactly how he intends to go about these laudable programs,
this life-changing program, how you intend to achieve it. So ladies and gentlemen, I want all of us to be upstanding with a rounding ovation as we welcome the latest Senebo in Fubarakworo House, the latest Senebo in Opobo. Put your hands together as they come. Like I said, I'll be recognizing all the Sinafu Council members here. I'll come to you one-on-one to get your name so that I don't come make mistake. This neighbor, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Thank you for honoring our invitation. My wife and I, here before you, appreciate the sacrifice you all have had to make to be here with us. As the MC has said, SVF Foundation, SVF standing or meaning Shedrack and Vivian Fubara Foundation, was a vision that came to us, my wife and I, as a platform to sort of give back to the community. The community here being Fubarakworo, Polo of Opobo Kingdom, as our takeoff platform. We want to be able to reach out to those who are educationally disadvantaged in some way to encourage, because we realize that education is the only key that opens any door. No matter how closed that door is against you, if you're educated and you're empowered, you can open that door. So we focused on education and also the health aspect of our living, which is very important, because it's only the healthy mind or healthy person that can go to school. It's only the healthy mind or a healthy person that can go to work. So we have also identified some key awareness in terms of health that needs to be created amongst our people. So we're going to be focusing, my wife and I are going to be focusing on education and health related awareness programs and campaigns. The questions have been asked, why foundation? Can't you help people without, can't you pay people school fees? Can't you give scholarship? Can't you do this? Can't you do that? The truth of the matter is that resources are not unlimited. Resources are limited. So in order for us to achieve the big dream that we have, to take this platform, SVF Foundation, from infancy to something global, is to start from the little. And in starting from the little, it could be as little as paying one child's school fees. It could be as little as paying one child's WAEC fee. It could be anything to help somebody's child go to school. Like we said, education is our key area of concern and focus, as much as health. So that's where we want to start. And that's the reason why we created the foundation. It is officially registered in Nigeria. The reason we didn't register it abroad is because it is difficult to attract support and funding from international organizations if they don't see your footprint in the community. So that's why we decided to register it formally. SVF Foundation is officially registered with Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria, and it's a platform with which we hope that you, our friends, our brothers, donor agencies, non-governmental organizations can key in with us, no matter how small, no matter how big, to achieve our desired objective. I don't want to bore you too much. If you look at the program, there are a couple of activities that will be happening as part of this takeoff campaign or program. But we appreciate you for coming. On behalf of my wife, who is also the executive director of this foundation, and 2 other board members who are not here. I, as the chairman of the foundation, wish to sincerely thank you and urge you to carry the message out that we have started small. And like I said, the question have been asked, why foundation? But because we wanted to have a platform, an official platform, with which we can grow it, grow the idea, grow the dream, grow the vision. That's why we decided to make it formal. And to use this opportunity of my investiture as a Warisenibo of Fubarakworo Polo to launch this foundation. So, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, my mothers, my fathers here with us, please join us to officially unveil Shedrack and Vivian Fubara Foundation. God bless you.
Please put your hands together for him. You know, one thing is having. It's entirely another thing to extend the hand of fellowship. I believe that Senator Shedrack Emmanuel Fubara have been able to elaborate on how he's going to achieve it. You know, we have a lot of resource persons outside this town, and there are several opportunities waiting for persons to pick them. I believe by this foundation and with his contacts, the youths of this community are going to be the better for us. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want us to put our hands together for him. Put your hands together for him. With him on his induction into the Singapore Council. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I am not calling it, there is no order, there is no priority. I'm just calling it the way I wrote it down so that nobody will say I am higher than that person. You don't call me Oba, I beg. There is no order there, no verse. But be that as it may, I want to recognize the presence of my own very brother and friend. Brother Senator Francis John Africa, please put your hand together for him. Put your hand together for him. Senator Demabo Victor Uje, you're welcome, sir. Senator Sunday Darius, you're welcome. All right, I also want to recognize the presence of one of the senior people they play football for this town those days. That then play, he go hand over to us before we got retired too because of injury. I want to recognize the presence of Senator Archibald Oje. Those days who small when they choose us, if you carry ball, they come see and you don't give them the ball. Because if you want from pass, as you don't fool, you just stand and look, you don't give them the ball, go back. Please put your hand together for him. It's not easy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I also want to recognize the presence of another very good friend, but he's a senior brother, who is in our mate, Senator Salatia Brown. So Salatia Brown, you're welcome. I want to recognize the presence of Senator Fubara Fa. Senator, you are welcome. Please put your hands together. If you don't clap before, clap double because I want to recognize the presence of an Amopu of this town, Amopu Senator Magnus KFC. Please put your hands together for him. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to recognize the presence of the Senator of the young men because anytime I see I'm not waiting with young men will never be Senator. You know, there is some people who just make them Senator, their level don't high. All the young people they come near before, they will tell you that, oh boy, don't have a Senator now, no come near again. But Senator Soki Fubara is not like that. You're welcome, sir. We appreciate you. I also want to recognize the presence of Ibidabo, Senator Dr. PDF Jaja. I beg, the one way you call one, don't remember right, no vex after.
It's PTF, not PD.
PDF.
PTF.
PTF. You see how I talk? No vex, sir. No vex. I beg, thank God say be Jaja, man. You have to be Jaja. Anyhow it be. When I go for us, I will beg you no vex. You go forgive me. I also know that I had some person say Ikwere Maker. Like say Ikwere Fudea. Ikwere Maker. Ikwere Maker. You know, those days when they say dearly, that time we land day. So if I say Ikwere Maker, is a Jarwe. Ikweremeka GRA. Ikweremeka Elele. There's no more alley. Now player they play. Now go with me now. I know what they where they live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please. We are still on the program. The chairman has enumerated what he wants to do and how he intends to go about it. Like I said, I wouldn't want to reel out all he said there or all they want to do. As you go home, look through the paper so that you understand. And in case you have any resources or any means of giving him assistance or replicating what he's doing here in your own working house, please do so. Our kingdom is crying. If you understand what I'm saying, you will know. Our kingdom is crying. I know that those days when we were younger in this town, the only stubbornness we do is to fight. And the fight, there is no bottle, there is no knife. If you get strength, if they one corner, what they call Okolondala. If you get strength to fight, you go there. Everybody go leave you. When you don't fight or tire, anybody will win. The next day, you no go try them again. If you are not educated, you cannot be responsible. And if you are not educated, there is no need talking about capacity building. And if you are not healthy, they like when they go bring University of Edinburgh, come here, my brother, you can't do anything. So I do believe that the two key word here that I'm taking home is education and health. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to welcome the DJ to give us some tunes. My go sit down, small rests. My chairman did that, they look me no convex, I don't talk too much. I don't want to recognize you yet. But when I go recognize you, you have to come out monetarily and appreciate me. Please put your hand together for yourselves. If you don't say you there here, clap for yourself. If you not say you there here, clap for yourself. Clap the number of years you won't leave. Clap. I want to count 10. All right, DJ. Over to you. Thank you very much. For festive season, please look at your neighbor eyeball to eyeball and tell the person Happy New Year. Look at your neighbor eyeball to eyeball and they look me. Now maybe your neighbor. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor Happy New Year. Because sometimes when you go occasion, they say look at your neighbor and tell the person so and so. Make it very careful. Family of 5, man, his wife, and 3 children. Food go day, people go chop. So I believe that the kitchen is still very active. And then there will be donation of food items to the community women. Okay, prepare. When they say one donate to community, no be smart, you know. For this town, they say one person they cook for the whole community. But put your hands together for Senator Shedrack. Who want cook for the whole community? You know, it's you. This is foreign money. The foreign money, you just bring small. It go just full everywhere. 18 women groups, girls between the age of 10 to 18. And I don't believe young men who are desirous of continuing or furthering their education, you make yourself available tomorrow so that the package Senebo came with, you will be able to dispense it accordingly. Once again, I welcome everybody here. The food never finish, but because some persons don't they carry back, they go, we go won't commit their journey back to the hands of God. So we could just say closing prayer. Don't be say we don't close the kitchen. And we don't want to throw away the food we don't cook. So just sit down, relax. The drink whatever fridge. The ones that they bring, I don't want it for the upside. The down side, never that one cool. If you drink them, you could just sleep. So the occasion will continue while we say a short closing prayer. And say for this occasion, only title holders they pray. I want to welcome Senebo Francis. Boy guy, he make guy, the other make guy they come because I never become Senebo. One press me.
Let's suspend whatever we're doing. Thank you for all the good things you've done for us this day. From the bottom of our hearts, we return our thanks unto you. And all that we have done here today, we say receive all the glory, receive all the honor. Our brother who has been ordained, Warisenibo, give him the wisdom to pilot the affairs of the Fubarakworo Polo. All of us that have come from far and near to grace the occasion, God, even as we are going back, let safety be our portion. In the name of Jesus I pray. Amen.
One of the youngest Senebo we have in the Opobo Kingdom.
This is on behalf of the edition, say congratulations on your donation, and we are about taking our leave. And as your foundation is going on, we would like to be hearing what is going on about the foundation as a club, so we can part in anything that is going on the foundation.
Congratulations, sir.
Congrats.
We appreciate it.
Edition!
One for all.
All for one.
Edition.
Come, I expect other Singapore Council members to please. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I expect his beautiful wife to be by his side. This is Jandet footsteps, Jandet dance steps. Friends and friends. But remember, you're supposed to be dancing monically. Yes, sir. So, Senegal is away there for Johnny. They remember the dancers of Opobo Kingdom. Please put your hands together for him. It's not easy. Somebody will go there, come back. If you want to speak about a Fubara language, I can know a good young man now. But Senegal communicates fluently in our local dialect. Means it's the thoroughbred. Please put your hands together for them. Put your hands together for them. Madam, there they go. I want to see you on the dance floor to honor him today. I hear for him, so please come to the dance floor. Culture of the Warisenibo, the beautiful ladies and the handsome men. I'm not talking about cosmetic beauty, I'm talking about natural beauty. And Senebo, when you go back, tell them that Opobo is a peaceful place. You can see the beautiful ambience of this environment. When you go there, don't play the music, don't explain the meaning to them. If they want to leave it, they should come here. Dr. Jaja. Man, don't come for myself for trouble, call the other ones. I can see your beautiful dance steps. It's not easy to go school finish, then still sabi dance. Ibane dance. It's not easy, And for Senator Shedrack to stay over there for this number of years. Doing what he needs to do. This is what I mean. Dancing monically. Please drop it on the floor. Don't place it on his forehead. But in case you won't place money for forehead, my forehead they here. To thank Senator and Mrs. Shedrack Emmanuel Fubara for their thoughtfulness in remembering this community. From the little they have, they want to share. And I know, I read a book where they say, the only wealth that you can preserve are the wealth you share to raise other people. So I want to thank you. Because you know it's not easy, but you have a large heart. I pray that God will keep expanding your heart. So that one day you come to the main town of Opobo and also carry people along from that side. I can see Senator Francis John Africa doing what his father taught him. I want to recognize the presence of Comrade Innocent Jaja. You're welcome, sir. I can almost come up Wasawa. Though he's not dancing, I'm not stop for there yet because he's not bringing me money. Both is married and single. You are free to mingle because we have an open space here. again, I hope you know this occasion is used to celebrate the induction of one of our own very own, Senator Shedrack Emmanuel Fubara, into a very prestigious house, Senabu Council, the Fubarakworo house. You know, this is the first time I've seen an investiture where it's only one person that has been inducted. That means this house is a very watertight house in their procedure of selection. It's not easy. Victor Akradaja will never sleep on this dance floor. Victor Akradaja will never sleep on this dance floor. Please. I also want to recognize and thank Senator Fubara for remaining seated here all this while. All the while they call, none of them stand up say, come give me something. That's what they do. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. For those who know Greece, stand up. Now, we say no surveillance or with a shame. That's my comrade. Too much. Imagine, brother, if you know how big your glory there, no come again, no. Your glory, no human being will connect with you. Like I said earlier, it's one thing to have a wife. It's another thing to have a wife that is supportive. I still want to recognize and appreciate the wife of our latest Senator in this community, in the Opobo kingdom. God will continue to enrich and bless you. Whatever you do, whatever you lay hands to do, God will bless it. DJ, continue. Thank you very much.
Amoku Senebo, Magnus T. Stewart, KS. I'm here because my nephew, Senebo Shedrack Emmanuel Stewart, is being investigated with the elder of Opobo. I feel exalted. I feel as my own senior sister, I feel exalted because I really believe, you take me to memory, I believe that those who have humble beginning end up being exalted. I have been 14.5, otherwise 14 and a half years at Senebo, and 3 years as Amo. My advice to him: first, Seneboship is a call to service. They call to serve their father's house, and it requires a lot of attention. I pray God Almighty is being outside the country, is immaterial. But when you think meticulously, you think about development of where you have come from, you will go higher. And this is a first step. Like when I was made a Senebo, about 14 years ago, I didn't know I would come to obtain Opobo title hold as Amo Senebo. So I was recognized from the family I come from. So my prayer is being recognized today as a Senebo of Fubarakworo walk in the house. That is not a limitation. That is a prelude for his being assessed, for his being installed Amo Senebo in future. Because that is exactly what I want to do. Like I said, those who began with humble beginning have helped to their limit. I believe he began humbly to serve his fatherland. I am sure by his recognition and being made Warisenibo today is a prelude for something higher in the name of God, I believe. And my advice to him to follow his preaching, I said it before, he should tenaciously hold to what they have been given to him. That God in heaven will appreciate him. When God appreciates him, every other thing falls in line. That is my advice to him. He should hold it tenaciously. I mean, not minding anything. He should hold it tenaciously. Holding it, what I mean by tenaciously, holding it strongly, believing that there are other people, but he was choosing to be Warisenibo of Fubarakworo, while there are other intellectuals. So he needs to exhibit himself to tell people it wasn't a mistake, but he's been choosing to be a Warisenibo. That's my advice to him. May heaven be his limit. He has succeeded. He from a poor parental background, he has been exalted. And my prayer is God, who has found him fit to this position, will continue to exalt him to his glory in the name of Jesus Christ.
Oh my God! My name is Deaconess Evelyn Margaret Eberamadi. Yeah, it's because of my in-laws' coronation. The wife is my sister's daughter. I'm here as a representing the mother, who is my sister, my twin sister. The mother is my twin sister. She's part and parcel of me. Her children are mine. My own children are hers. Seeing my sister's daughter from Imo State coming to marry in River State, which is my place, my state, and in Opobo, one of the recognized tradition in River State. They have culture. So when I had their marriage, when they were engaged, I really passionate it, and I love Shedrack. Shedrack is a lively man. And my sister's daughter, my dear, she's the queen. So I'm happy being here because both of them are stars. I wish them, first of all, long life. They will live over 120 years with good health. And I wish them riches of God, peace, oneness. Both of them, nothing will separate them unless when they get to that 120 years above with good hair and somebody. And I wish their children to be great. And this foundation they have started, they will fulfill the foundation, and money will not be their problem. They will always have money to assist their people, since they have mind of human being and they want to impart into humanity, which God has told us we should assist one another, that when we assist one another, that we have done it to him. So they are really doing what God asks us to do. So I believe sky is their limit.
I am Warisenibo, Archbishop Joseph Owuje. Yeah, I have come to witness the investiture of Warisenibo Shedrack Emmanuel Fubarakworo, who is my nephew. Yeah, he's an elder of the community, one of the council decision makers of the community, and entirely in the Opobo Kingdom. So happy that my younger brother is taking up. I'm close to 21 years and on the throne. For him to be very humble and follow the system of the house, not on individual mind. I'm telling you. Because when he may have a good decision, but that is not the will of the house, those people there may truncate it. But I told him he should follow the people that is here so that he will be in line with what they have. My advice is that he should follow peacefully, project his program peacefully, and then let people know, not ordinary people, but in the council. Because as an elder, he is not supposed to expose or deliver the decisions of the council. Yeah. He's just like a king who is not meant to say anything apart from in the council of elders. Either, I pray that God will lead him and his family. He will have a safe ride back to Canada, and also to meet my auntie, who is there. And posterity will judge him well because he's taken over from where his father stopped. And as a leader of this house, God will keep him for us. No problem. I wish him well.
Thank you very much.
Bless you there. Happy New Year. And Happy New Year to Warisenibo Shedrack Fubarakworo.
Well, by his grace, I am Ibidabo Warisenibo Dr. PTF Jaja JP. Well, I'm here because my brother, Shedrack Fubara, was given a honor as it were in Opobo tradition. He's now representing a stool in the palace of Fubarakworo, section of Opobo Kingdom. Well, For today, he has graduated from being an ordinary man to a titled man. Before now, he used to be what we call Asaw, a youth. Now he's an elder in the house, representing the stool that comprises a section in the family. My very self?
Yes.
Well, I was selected on the 19th. I've been in the office for about 18 years now. That's well, like he's my younger brother. One thing is that Senebo is given to worthy people. First, he has a character for others to emulate. He is not a devious person. Hence, the community, hence the compound, hence the working found him necessary to be one. And also, because we know that it's going to be a potential asset to the community, so we have to bring him closer, so that to whom much is given, of course, much is expected. My dear, I am overwhelmed with joy, because I never thought, in fact, that's the reason why I came. I came yesterday first. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come. But because I heard that my younger brother and my friend was called to that position, nothing kicks me. His mother comes from my place, so his mother is my aunt. You understand? So I am happy that today, though his father is late, but he stands now to represent his father right there, and then he is going to supersede and oversee the activities of the section of that compound. My advice is that one, he should toe the path of friendliness, eschew bitterness and rancor, endeavor to carry everybody along. As it were now, he is the eye everybody is looking upon. More so, he should learn to make peace within the family, keep them in one accord, pursue their... In fact, he should be open to all advice. Wherever the advice will come, he should take time to take it, look at it. He shouldn't be quick to anger, else he will make mess of the stool. So he should take things systematically, and he will arrive at a conclusive conclusion that logically will be presented elsewhere. Oh, I do. My prayer is that as a young man, many years ago, that I took up this, those who were there before me prayed for me. So my prayer is that God will give him wisdom, because wisdom is profitable to direct. So if he has wisdom of God, then he will, in fact, he's already a champion. And I also want to thank him for bringing in his foundation. I think he has come to add more glamour to the community. And by so doing, a lot of things that are pulling the people down, thank God, God gave him that insight to pick something. If everyone will pick in one after the other like this, I think in a shorter while, or in a short while, our community, our country, in fact, we're going to be a better person. So God bless him and keep him for us, so that this vision will not die soon. One, God should keep him. Two, in good health. Three, provide for him. Four, give him wisdom. Five, grant him all his heart desires. And then indeed, let him be open to all restoration. And indeed, let God answer his prayers. Provide those that will assist him get this job done.
My name is Warisenibo, Shedrack Emmanuel Fubara. Well, today's ceremony is in honor by the Fubarakworo Walk in New House of Opobo Kingdom, recognizing me as a Warisenibo of the Fubarakworo Walk in New House. So it's the event that we've had all day today, and friends and family, members of the community, and everyone is gathered to honor me today. It's a call to service for our people. It's a call to service for humanity. It is a call to service for the community. So that's the event that has happened today. I feel elated, but much more than that is an appreciation of my community for recognizing me for this title. It's not every son and daughter, every son of this community that is privileged to be called into the Senapo Council. So it's a thing of joy for me that my community has recognized me to serve as a Warisenibo of Fubarakworo Polo in Opobo Kingdom. It's not a thing that I have thought about. It came to me as a surprise. It came to me as a recognition
it came to me as a thing of joy for my community to recognize me in this capacity. So I never envisaged it, I never thought about it, I never dreamt it, so it was all a surprise to me. But much more than surprise, it's an appreciation of my commitment to the love of my community, which I have avowed to. The Warisenibo title is a recognition by the community or any Polo or any family or any compound, as the case may be, in the Opobo kingdom. And as a matter of fact, in the Bani clan, it's a recognition and a call to service as an elder who presides over the community with the chief, or the Alabo as we call them in the Bani clan. The Alabo, who is the ruler or the leader or the head of every compound or Polo in the Opobo kingdom, cannot decide alone. He sits with respected elders. So every respected elder who has been called to serve in the Bani clan is known as a Warisenibo. Let me reassure the people of Fubarakworo, the women, the men, the youth, and even the children of this community, that being a Warisenibo does not take away the fact that we are all part and parcel of this community. We are one. It doesn't make me any different from them. So I want to reassure every member of this community and this Polo that we will continue to be humble, we will continue to lead from the front, we will continue to be a good example wherever we find ourselves, at home and wherever in any part of the world where we find ourselves. We will continue to espouse the ideals of the Bani people and Opobo kingdom in particular. And most importantly, we'll continue to lead by example. And leading by example means being a good example demands or draws good followership, all for the purpose of developing our community. It's a call to service. It's not a title that puts money in your pocket. It's not a title that gives you contract. It's a title that calls you to serve your people, and in serving them, you do that with humility, you do that with dignity, you do that with respect, you do that with love. So that's what we are promising, and that's what we're going to stand for. Well, just a point of correction, I'm not the house chief. I'm Warisenibo of Fubarakworo Polo in the Opobo kingdom. Yes, it is rightly acknowledged that I don't live in Nigeria, I live in Canada, but the love of my community is so close to my heart. This community, again, is so close to my heart. So, irrespective of the fact that I live in Canada, I am daily in touch with members of my community, members of the family, and yeah, shuttling back and forth. It's a little tasking, it's a little Herculean, but that's what we can do. That's what you can ask for. That's what you can do when your people have so recognized you. We'll keep coming back and home and contributing and supporting and helping with the development of the community in any way we can. So coming back for us is not a difficult thing. I just have to find the right time as time will permit. Well, for us, being in diaspora is in itself a challenge because this position or the title is mainly supposed to be operational from home base. The reason being that when there is need for your presence, when there is need to handle issues, you are readily available, But it's also not a mistake that we are in diaspora and we'll be so honored. It is this mixture of those at home and those of us in the diaspora that will inject new ideas, new ways, new philosophy, new process, and new opportunities. So to my fellow Warisenibos who are perhaps in the diaspora and have not been finding time to participate in the community events and community activities, I will indulge them and encourage them to also try. It is not easy to be flying back and forth home, as often as we would love to. There's family, there's career, there's also the finance that is involved. But if we're committed, I think that some of these challenges can be surmounted. I don't really think, and this is personal opinion, there are some who will disagree with me, but I don't think that putting a law in place is actually a solution. I think more than anything else, what is important is encouragement. What is important is appealing. What is important is speaking to the conscience of those who reside in the diaspora and holds this prestigious title of the various polos in the Opobo Kingdom. To put a law, it can compel. The law is there for a reason. But more than law, I think it's, like I said, if you speak to the people, if you get them to understand that this is a commitment and a call to service, I think more than compulsion, they'll be willing. So to summarize it, reaching out, making them understand and appreciate the fact that this is a call to service for which they must adhere to or rise up to. I think that will do more good than trying to put laws. And what is the value of law if it cannot be what's the right word now? Abided by, or anyway. So I think that the best thing to do is encouragement, appealing to them, and making each and every one of us in the diaspora appreciate the need to participate more in community development, and especially in the Opobo Kingdom. I want to most especially appreciate my beloved wife. She's been through thick and thin in the planning, the sleepless nights, the running arounds, the phone calls, the organizing, the planning. I also want to appreciate my brothers, my sisters, who have toiled for months and days and weeks and hours to make this occasion a reality. I also want to appreciate the people of this community, the people of Fubara Kingdom, and the people of the Opobo Kingdom for the recognition. And most importantly, I want to say thanks to God Almighty, because He has made this possible. He has made this day possible. Growing up in this community, we didn't know that someday, the demand will be of us to lead from the front lines. And so we give God all the glory, and I say to God and to God alone be the glory. I do, and this is so close to home, and it's from the bottom of my heart that I say a word of thank you and appreciation on behalf of my wife, my family. I want to appreciate every one of you who have sacrificed your time, your resources to come from far and wide to participate in this honor that has been bestowed upon me by the community. I want to say thank you. I want to pray that God Almighty will lead you all back to your homes, respectively, from wherever you come from, and we'll continue to stand together for the cause of humanity and for the cause of what is good. Thank you so much. May God bless you all.